Morning all from a rainy Bamborough. So I need to take Doug for a walk. I'm up early because I'm booked in at the Rosslyn Chapel for 10:30. It's an hour and 40 minutes in rush hour traffic, so I need to get my butt on the road. So I'm going to walk Doug, give him some breakfast. I'm just going to have a pan of chocolate and no brew and get my butt on the road. I'm not taking him outside because it's absolutely chucking it down. Yeah, hopefully we'll leave the rain behind when we get to Rosslyn, but the chapel's all inside, so it's not too bad. And then I'm going to dart up to my campsite and get in that shower. That's him happy with his breakfast. I could only walk him around the car park because the gate obviously to the cricket ground is closed. So he's just had a little poodle around the car park. It's actually cost me £21 to park here because it was £9 extra for parking during the day and then the £12 for overnight. Now the campsite that I'm going to today, it was £19 with electric and showers, so it does end up quite costly if you come like I did and come quite early, just to warn you. Overnight there's been only 4 vans there including mine, so a lot of people obviously stay overnight this time of year. But it was very busy during the day, so I think it's more of a day attraction for people, and then they obviously don't have to pay as much for parking. So I'm going to get my butt on the road to Rosslyn. I'll pick you up when I get there. We made it, we're at the car park. So I'm a wee bit early, so I'm going to take him for a little potter because I'm in the normal car park for cars because I am little and I'll fit in a space. It's fine, I'm not taking up a motorhome or coach bay. And then I might make myself a cup of tea and just sit for a little bit because there was a lot of traffic because you're coming right by Edinburgh and it was really busy. So I'm going to calm my brain down a little bit and have a brew. Okay, I am suitably refreshed, so I'm off to see the Rosslyn Chapel. For those of you who don't know why it's so famous, it's associated with the Knights of Templar, and it's been made famous by Dan Brown's Da Vinci Code. It does say cars and camper vans there. Coaches and camper vans parked that side only, but I'm only a wee camper van, not much bigger than a big car really, so it doesn't matter too much. Just about to see it over the hedge there, so I've booked. I'm going to go and check in. Okay, I am in. Now there's no photography allowed inside apparently, another place that you're not allowed to photograph inside, so I will walk around the outside and show you. So this is an evolution of carving and how the masons would carve it. So they started out a little bit like this and then started to take more shape. So the sandstone that the chapel's made out of. And then obviously end up with an ornate carving like this, which is a lion. That's cool, isn't it? I'm just making my way around the outside of the chapel. It's quite a busy little place actually. There's a coachload of people that's just shown up. Quite busy. You can see on the interior that it's got beautiful stained glass windows. I'm quite sad I can't film inside actually. We've got really intricate stone carvings all around the outside of the chapel. It's absolutely stunning. There's a few big tours going on, so I'm just mooching around, getting out the way of tour guides. I've got till 12 o'clock in here, so you get 90 minutes for your ticket. It is starting to rain, so hopefully I'll bugger off inside and I'll get that outside for myself so I can do the to film it. It's quite a small place, so obviously that's why they try and do the tickets for a certain 90-minute period so that they can get the coach tours in and out. There's a lot of people from abroad that want to come and see it. Like I said, it was made famous by the Da Vinci Code. The legend to do with the Da Vinci Code is just not based in fact, it's based in legend and fiction, shall we say. They're pretty scary characters, aren't they? Look at them! Warding people away from the door. This side has cleared out a little bit, so I'll just take a little walk around here and then I'll go inside and see what I can see. Okay, so this is the burial place of the 4th Earl of Rosslyn, and he's buried with one of his own sonnets written in the inscription. So here's the inscription: safe, safe at last, from doubt, from storm, from strife. It's really hard to read. There you go, the front of it. The Rosslyn Chapel is a 15th century episcopal chapel located in the village of Rosslyn in Midlothian. This beautiful sandstone structure is famous for its incredibly ornate and symbolically rich stone carvings and its legendary association with the Knights Templar. Linked to the concept of the bloodline of Christ through theories that the Sinclair family who founded the chapel may be descended from Mary Magdalene. The chapel symbolises the lineage of Christ and acts as a keeper to the secret of the Holy Grail. There is actually no factual evidence that the chapel hides the Holy Grail. The idea comes from legend and more recently the popular workings of Dan Brown with his Da Vinci Code. Rosslyn Chapel has legends of connections with the Knights Templar, but historical evidence suggests that the chapel was built over a century after the Templar Order's destruction. Whilst the chapel's elaborate carvings and the sealed crypt have fueled theories about housing the Holy Grail and other Templar treasures, historians state that these theories lack any factual basis. Think what you will of the facts and what historians say. I prefer to believe in the legends and the theories, and that this beautiful structure once housed the Holy Grail. So this is one of the legends. The rose, the flower, they reckon it descends from Mary Magdalene's line, and that they thought that the Holy Grail with regards to Christ was buried in the Rosslyn Chapel. That's from the Knights Templar. And Rosslyn, rose line, meaning the line of Mary Magdalene and Jesus Christ. So that's where that kind of comes from, one of those legends. It was why I wanted to come and see it, and because I read the Da Vinci Code a long time ago and I was interested in what it was, but most people have probably seen the film and not read the book. The gargoyles that you see over each of the doors, you can see a hole through each of the mouths, so they're water spouts to feed the water away from the chapel. It's very, very busy in there. I've brought myself outside for a little breather because it's really close. There's a lot of people. It's a stunning bit of architecture. It's so pretty. Okay, I listened to the little talk. I'm sorry I couldn't show it inside because filming and photography is banned inside. I think it's historically due to maybe people having accidents. The floor's quite uneven, and when you're looking at a camera screen you are not looking at where your feet are going. I do because I'm used to it and then my feet are clumsy. So I'm going to go back to my little doggles, hit the road and get to my campsite and get in that bloody shower. Because I can't show you inside the chapel, this is what the roof looks like with all the flowers. It's absolutely beautiful. Back in the van. I'm glad I visited even though I couldn't film inside. It's somewhere I've wanted to go to for a long time, ever since I actually read the Da Vinci Code, which was a long time ago because the book came out quite a long time before the film. So yes, I'm really glad I went. It's such a beautiful place. It is tiny though, so be prepared, it's busy. She says they get something like 176,000 visitors and it's a tiny little chapel. It's also famous because it's one of the most ornate chapels in the UK. All the Spanish churches and that you go and see are really ornate compared to the UK, but that is absolutely stunning. All the sandstone carvings are absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to head off to Scone and get set up on my campsite and get my butt in that shower. I'm at the Caravan and Camping Club in Scone, which is just at Perth Racecourse. So if I go through the trees there, I'm on the racecourse. I can go for a walk all the way around apparently. I'm debating whether to go to Scone Palace tomorrow to see how I feel in the morning when I wake up, but apparently I just spoke to the nice man. He said my membership gets me 10% off entry, so it might be worth going. I'll have a little Google tonight and see. It looks pretty. I've had a quick look. I just saw signs for it on the way here and I have read about it before, so I'm going to get the van set up. He's just been for a little wee, get in the shower and toilet blocks there. So I'm on an electric pitch for electric for the night. Hard standing was £19, which is a bargain considering I paid £21 to go to Bamborough to park for the day and the night there, so you can get in from 1 and you have to be out by 12. But yeah, it's quite well spaced out. It looks okay. I feel so much better. I hate being dirty. I feel like a new person. So it's 2 o'clock. I need to eat. I haven't had anything to eat other than a pan of chocolate, and I've not even had a brew. So I'm gonna eat, have a brew. Got my power bank on charge. Fridge is on electric. He's looking at me like, what is going on, Mum? And then we're away home tomorrow. I think probably I'm going to have a visit to the palace. It seems daft not to do it while I'm down here. It's not far away from here at all. So I'm going to get that planned tonight. Whew, what a day. What a few days. I'm absolutely bushed. I'll be looking forward to getting back to work for a rest, if I'm honest. Okay, it's 2:25. This is the first thing I've had to eat properly all day. I'm pretty hungry actually. I spent a lot of the time lately not being very hungry. I think it's just because I've been feeling a bit out of sorts sort of thing. So I'm actually really hungry, so I'm going to tuck into my toast. I've got a cup of tea on the go. There's a big storm heading this way. I saw signs on the motorway for heavy rain forecast. I think it's coming on Friday, so I'll be gone by then, hopefully. But there's a bit of rain at the moment around, so fingers crossed it doesn't hit while I'm here. There is a little break in the rain, so I'm taking him for a little walk and go and have a look at the racecourse. Oh, look over there through the trees, there's an older van than mine. That's cute. It's a little dog walk. I'll take him on it. This is the site dog walk. How pretty is that? So it's dogs on lead on site at all times. Obviously right next to the racecourse, you can't let the dogs off near there in case horses are running. And pick up after your dog, because yeah, we get it on our site where people don't. I've seen them just let them out in the morning sometimes and take no notice of what they're doing. I've only been away for just over a week and I'm really surprised at how much all the trees have changed colour on my way up. And like so many leaves on the floor, look. It's crazy, autumn really is in full swing. I know I'm not quite home yet, but I am over the border, so I feel like I'm nearly there. So after I've done the palace in the morning, I'm just heading straight back up to site. Get to see my little caravan, my little Glenmore family, and just settle in before going back to work on Friday. According to Google Maps, you can walk to the palace from here. It's a 19-minute walk, but it's currently just past 3 PM and last admission's 4, so I don't want to rush it. Getting ready to go and giving him a walk and everything and then finding my way there. So I'm just going to leave site, drive the van to the palace in the morning and go and visit it tomorrow and then head straight back up to Glenmore. I think it's an hour and a half away from here. I am just above Perth. I think I'm above Perth. So yeah, it's not too far left to go sort of thing. Gladys, bless her, she's done well. She's got one more leg of the journey to go tomorrow and then she can have a rest. Okay, through that gate and you are on Perth Racecourse. So you can walk all the way around. The guy in the campsite was telling me it's about half an hour walk. It's actually a good place to go for a run, but I didn't bring any running stuff with me because I knew I wouldn't be able to have showers and stuff, so I didn't. Oh, that rain's getting away. Give him a little potter and then we'll go back to the van, I think. The campsite is not far away from the racecourse at all. Look, it's very windy today. You had enough? Yep, I think so. Storm Amy apparently is on its way on Friday and Saturday, but I will be back on site by then. The winds are picking up a little bit and it's getting a lot cooler than it was when I first got here already. But, excuse me, I'm absolutely knackered. I'm going to definitely do the palace tomorrow, like I've said. I haven't bought my tickets yet, but I might just go and rock up in the morning and see if we can get a ticket. And then head straight back to site and make sure my awning is going to be okay, because obviously I didn't have time to get the porch awning up before I left. I ain't going to be able to get it up in them winds, but we'll see. See how it goes. It's been alright in the wind so far. It's the snow that's concerning me, so, because it's meant for a motorhome, so the driveway bit sags a little bit, so as long as I don't get any snow up there, I should be alright. I think me, him and Gladys might have a week or two just being on site and not going away in the van. I'm pretty sure my wheel bearing is grumbling. I know what the noise sounds like. I've had it on cars before. It's my driver's front, so I'm going to have to get it into the garage to get that sorted before we go and do any more long journeys. So I'll let Gladys, once we get back, fingers crossed, make the last leg of the journey okay. I'll get in touch with the mechanic and get booked in to get that sorted. Got statics on this site as well. Don't know whether they're owned or you rent them. And there's quite a lot of pitches, and obviously tent pitches also. There's that wee van. How cute is that? Let's get back out and get a cuppa, eh? There's my little Gladys. She looks teeny weeny against all the other vans, doesn't she? I fell asleep. So I've just done something that I've not done for a very, very long time, and I've ordered my tea off Just Eat. I used to do it quite a lot when I lived in Manchester, because obviously there was loads of places that was nearby. Aviemore, there's not a lot that will go up to Glenmore without charging you a £5 delivery fee. So there's quite a few near here. I think it's £3.50 delivery fee, but I can't be bothered making anything, and don't really fancy spaghetti and sausages for my tea. So I've ordered myself a chicken burger. I'll see whether it actually turns up. Just Eat can sometimes be a bit like that, can't it? I do remember. So we will see. I can see the gate from here. Excuse me. And they've got my number on the app. I managed to log in from all those years ago when I used to use it when I lived in Manchester. So yeah, I'm looking forward to a chicken burger, and I ordered myself a milkshake as well. I'm being really, really decadent and fat tonight, and I'm just sitting in my van because look, the weather has turned pretty horrible. So I'll dart over to the gate and get my tea when he turns up, and other than that I ain't doing anything else. There we go, just had the text to say that my order has been cancelled and I haven't been charged. It's really bad for this Just Eat, and I do remember it being like this in the past. I'll give it one more go, and if not, I'm making spaghetti and sausages. Oh, I've had an update. Preparing your order. So they must be making it. Woohoo! I don't have to cook spaghetti and sausages. So I just ordered from a little kind of kebab takeaway. I'm just getting chicken burger and chips and a drink. I couldn't get anywhere with a milkshake, so I'm just happy I don't have to cook. It has arrived. I feel very, very lazy, but I could not be bothered cooking. So I'm going to tuck into my tea. I'll pick you up in the morning when I go to school. Good morning all. I'm making my breakfast. A cup of tea and a toastie, because I know what's going to happen. I'm going to get back to site. I've got so much to do. I won't eat, so I'm making myself eat some breakfast even though I'm not very hungry. So I'm aiming to go to Scone Palace not long after it opens, and hopefully it'll be a little bit quieter than the past couple of places I've visited, because I'm surprised how busy Scotland still is with tourists. I slept okay. You can obviously hear the road because it's quite busy right near the main road, but it's convenient to get to Scone Palace. It was worth it for the shower last night, and I had a fairly good night's sleep, to be fair. He's had his breakfast. So I've got to wash my pots. I've packed the bed away, packed the silver screens away, and just get the van ready to roll. Need to check the water. And it's only 9 minutes away to Scone Palace, and then I've got an hour and 40-minute drive home. Okie dokie, we're here, Scone Palace. So they parked me in the coach parking area. Don't know why, because I could have fit in a car parking bay, but never mind. I'm going to leave him in here and go off and explore, because he's had his little walkies this morning, so he's tired boy, aren't you? I've just seen a peacock wandering around. I thought if I get here early I'd miss all the coach tours. Never mind. Okie dokie, Gladys and Doug are just there, so I'm off into the palace via this path up here. There are lots and lots of walks around the palace, and quite long ones if you've got a fairly fit dog, that you can take them around the outside. Obviously you can't take them in the rooms inside, but you can go back to your car at any time, so that's really good. Now I got a 10% discount with my caravan and camping club card, so it was £17.55 for entry to the castle and the gardens. I love it with all the leaves, look at it, it's so pretty. What a good time to visit. Some more peacocks over here, look. Just wandering around, they're very quiet. Scone was the crowning place for Scottish kings, including Macbeth and Robert Bruce. Oh look, there's a white one. How pretty is that? Never see them usually. I think he's coming for a walk with me. Come on, mate, let's go for a trot. Well, I've got the place to myself and the coach store is up on Moot Hill, which I'm going to go and have a look at on the way back. I'm going to go into the gardens. I'm aiming to get as much of the outside as I can do before it starts raining, basically, because it's supposed to be due for quite heavy rain today in Scone. So I'm aiming to get the outside done, do the inside and get away from here before this heavy rain starts. It's not fun driving in that. How cool is that? Obviously an old entrance to the castle. I'm going into the old graveyard, apparently. There it is. The village graveyard. Oh wow, look at that. Another graveyard. Some of these graves really, really old, and it does say that there's Commonwealth war graves here as well. So this one was 1872. So he was a mason, so clearly not much to do with the palace, maybe, apart from work on it. There's not much information on the Scone website about when it was made or anything like that. It's just some quite fluffy words about it being a poignant part of Scone Palace. But I'm just going to have a little peaceful wander through the graveyard, then go up to Moot Hill and then go inside, I think, because looking at that weather it really looks like it's going to pee down soon. There's one of them table gravestones that I saw in Rose Hearty. Not as elaborate. I imagine that's supposed to look comforting, but it just looks a bit scary, doesn't it? It really feels very old and atmospheric in this part of the grounds. It's quite different compared to the rest. It's really strange. Normally I feel quite peaceful in graveyards, but this one's a bit weird. I've managed to do and see lots on this trip, especially on my way back up. So I'm really, really glad I've got a chance to do and see all the things that I wanted to and tick them off my list. But I'm really looking forward to getting back to my cosy little caravan. I bet Doug is too, because he is just tired. All he's doing is sleeping when I'm driving. He'll be snoozing his head off in the van now. Bless him. When I pulled up to the lady on the gate at the palace, she was like, "Oh, did I wake you up?" Because he was already asleep and it was only a 9-minute drive from the campsite. This is the Abbey Gateway and the ancient cross in here. Let's go in here and have a look. Somebody just started up a little drive-on mower, but other than that all I can hear is the birds. It's really peaceful, it's lovely. There's always somebody with some gardening equipment, isn't there? Scone is a name that has deep resonance for anyone with any interest in Scottish history. With a story that dates back some 2,000 years, Scone once served as the capital of the Pictish kingdom. Fewer objects capture the imagination, like the Stone of Destiny or the Stone of Scone. The stone is said to have belonged to the King of the Picts, who was invited to a banquet by the King of Scone Palace, who later murdered him and all of his tribesmen and took the stone for himself. Between the 9th and 13th centuries, the stone was used at Moot Hill at Scone Palace as a place of power where they crowned Scottish kings. Its first documented use was in 1249 for the inauguration of Alexander III, the boy king. When John Balliol, the King of the Scots, rebelled in 1296, Edward I marched north and removed what he believed to be the stone to Westminster. There he had it placed beneath the seat of a wooden throne, so that whoever was sat upon it would symbolically have dominion over Scotland. Each successive British monarch has been crowned upon it. The stone remained in Westminster for 6 centuries, until on Christmas Day in 1950, a group of 4 Scottish students stole the stone. As they took it, the stone was broken into 2 pieces. For the first time in 400 years, the border between England and Scotland was closed. The students took the stone to Glasgow to a stonemason in order for repair. In April 1951, they left the stone at Arbroath Abbey and tipped off the police. The stone was returned to Westminster, where it remained until being returned to Scotland in 1996. Despite much support for its return to Scone Palace, it was placed in Edinburgh Castle, 700 years after it was first stolen away into England. In 2023, the stone was most recently used in the inauguration of Charles, our current king. Okay, that was another place you're not allowed to film inside. I had a look online as to why. There's not really a reason, but it just says no photography and no filming. And they told me on entrance I had to put my camera away. So that's been 3 places in the past couple of days that I've not been allowed to film inside. It's a bit weird, isn't it? Some of them is understandable, some of them not so much. Okie dokie, time for me to make a mosey back up to Avimore. I'll pick you back up when I get home. Hello all, I'm giving you a wee update. So we made it home safe and sound, me, Doug and Gladys. There's Doug. You can't see Gladys, but she is outside. We are currently experiencing Storm Amy. Now, I've had some storms on this campsite. In the summer we had winds that were 80 mile an hour. When I first got here I had that really bad storm that broke my awning and ripped the drive away. I've never experienced anything like this. I thought my caravan was going over before it literally lifted it from the side over. Mick thought his was going over. I've never seen anything like this. We've had tents ripped apart, the bike tent's gone over. I'm just going to show you the state of my awning because I've had to put the bike in there, but everything's fallen over. So it's currently still going on. It's 10 o'clock at night. That's what my awning looks like at the moment. It's really bad. I've never seen it like this here before. I think it's the direction that the wind's coming from at the moment. Normally it doesn't hit this side of the campsite so bad as the rest of the campsite, but yeah, us around this area, Alwyn's terrified. Nick and Jamie are sitting up with him. Poor Brian's wife Alison, she's dead scared. Brian's offered to go in the house, but I'd just be worried about my caravan being tipped over, so I'm stopping in here. I'll just have to see how we get on for the night. Currently things are holding up other than that gust that I thought we were going over, so we'll just have to see how we go. Mick said he's sleeping in his clothes just in case anything happens. Maybe I should do the same, I don't know. I am on call, so my phone's on. We've just been running around trying to sort stuff out. The bike tent went and it's bent the whole pole system. So we had to pull all the bikes out and all the stuff. My roof box went flying. That's currently in the pot wash. It's just bonkers. So I'm going to sit up and worry and just try and hope that we don't tip over, and I'll update you in the morning. Fingers crossed there's no casualties and we get through the night okay. I'll see you in the morning, I hope. Morning all, we're still here. Caravan's still standing and the van's okay. But I'm going to take you out for a little walk and show you the site's a little bit devastated. So you can just about see the branch there. That's what came down on Dave's tent. That was a pretty big branch. My awning, I showed you last night. I'll show you in the daylight a little bit. That's what that looks like. That's a tidy up progress thing today, isn't it? And that's what's left of the bike tent. We had to peg it down, take everything off, and take all the bikes out. It was over there, and it was on its side. So Storm Amy gave us a bit of a battering yesterday and last night. It's dropped off a little bit this morning. Early hours of the morning the wind's dropped a little bit, but it's supposed to pick back up again this afternoon. From what I've read, we're all knackered, absolutely knackered. Me and Brian were supposed to be on an 11:8, but we're going in at 9 because we're going to have to get this site cleared up. There's branches down literally everywhere. It's going to need all 5 of us in to sort it out. So I'll take Doug for a little walk and see what else has happened. So these are the branches I've just picked up from around near my caravan. All those. I really need to get up on the roof and make sure everything's okay. This sort of thing is typical of what's come down, but there are some bigger ones I've seen, like the one that came on Dave's tent. That was a really big branch, but you can see quite a lot. All the electric tents are gone. There was a few on yesterday, they must have left in the night. Yeah, it's not been very good. Some brave people stayed in roof tents. I wouldn't have done that. Satellite dish down there, awning down there. I'm really surprised that yellow tent has stayed up. I was expecting that to be gone this morning. It survived. I see more big branches that's gone under my caravan. That's a big one actually. My lights have been ripped out. My woodpecker's head is gone. Oh, the cover's been blown off. This is the bus stop at Glenmore. Was. Oh my god, look at that one. Don't think anyone's getting the bus from Glenmore today, are they? Doug's got his breakfast. As you can hear, he's scoffing it very loudly. I'm not very hungry. I'm tired and I'm a bit frazzled, so I'm probably not going to eat. Maybe till dinner time to make myself a cuppa and get myself ready for work. Pardon you, Doug. Yeah, the wind speed recorded yesterday on the Cairngorm summit was 136 mile an hour. We had 83 mile an hour gusts down here. So it was a pretty bad storm. We were thinking it was going to kind of blow itself out by the time it got to us, because it was supposed to be worse over near the coast, but clearly it didn't lose any of its capacity for causing damage. So today is clean up operations. I'm going to have to try and sort that awning out because it's an absolute mess, and pick all the branches up around my caravan, and then get to work and pick all the branches up around site. So I'm going to end this video on that note. Oh, thank you all so much for watching. Welcome to all of my new subscribers. It's nice to have you along, and I'll see you in the next one. See you later.